Hi, good people, and praise the Lord. This is the day that the Lord has made, that we may rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome back again on the Psycho Spiritual Talk Show in the Psycho Spiritual TV. My good name remains to be Mary Morgan. I'm born again. Jesus is Lord in my life. And I always say that statement to me is not a cliche. I know what the finished work of the cross has done to my life. It have empowered me to be the many things I am and the many things that I am becoming. But on the Psycho Spiritual Talk shows, I always say we are very non-judgmental about people's beliefs or faiths. Religion is a vehicle that you enter, but the destination is to know God on personal level. So whatever religion you profess, any day you're tuned in on the Psycho Spiritual Talk Show, be sure you'll still learn, because here we integrate knowledge and spirituality. And being very non-judgmental about people's beliefs, you will still find there is something for you on this channel. Today's episode, it is an episode that I've procrastinated for a very long time. I've wanted to do this series from the videos I did in 2022. I talked about personality disorders when I was doing about personalities and different personalities zenye ziko na watu. But I left this personality disorder called narcissism. Na nikasema nitaifanya. I've been procrastinating, but I thank the Lord because He ordained seasons and times. And I believe today is in His time. It is in His season. And I can assure you, this series will be life transforming. It will be inspiring. Kwa sababu anytime you tune in on the Psycho Spiritual Talk Show, it is a moment of truth encounter. And the truth always set us free. The many distresses that people go through, the many distresses that humanity is going through, a big percentage, the big percentage is caused by lack of information concerning particular issues, and especially psychological issues. Psychologically, professionally, I'm a psychological counselor, and that's why I integrate psychological knowledge with spirituality. And I pray to be a voice of reason in this era where people are searching for answers, doing extreme stuff to find solutions in whatever they are going through. And in today's episode, we'll talk about narcissism. Narcissism is something that is well known. Na kama huijui, you're in the right place. Today we'll be able to define it. We'll know the causes. We'll know how to deal with people with narcissism. There is a lot of information online concerning narcissism. Zingine ni ukweli, while others are misconceptions. But today I'll give my point of view, and it is researched work which I know will deliver us, because narcissists are people we are living with day in, day out. Narcissists, they are people with narcissism. They are our mothers, they are our spouses, they are our bosses. Lakini bila kujua about this condition and trait, you may find yourself in very complicated relationships. You may find yourself in very complicated situations when dealing with this type of people. I saw a meme online where people were saying manas wanastahili watengenezewe ka village kao wakae huko, because they are complicated. And true, they are complicated people. But today, I'll bring a different dimension about narcissism, which will help us understand these people. And next time you see someone with narcissistic personality disorder, you'll be able to extend a hand of mercy to them instead of judging them. You may not be able to change them, because narcissism has no cure. But I tell you, with the information that I'll provide today, you'll be able to understand them. And sometimes you, because of us, I've said, it may be you are the narcissist. Lakini sometimes you don't know how to handle yourself, but with this information you'll be able to understand yourself, and ultimately you'll be able to understand the people you relate with na unaona wakiwa na this disorder. Let's start by defining what narcissism is. Narcissism is a condition where a person is so self-centered to a level that they completely ignore the feelings, the needs, and the emotions of other people. And these people, they don't even understand how their behaviors affect others. But narcissism can be a trait. A trait is a characteristic, like you may find, by the way, narcissism is a trait that is in many people. You may find yourself, as much as you're not a narcissist, in some situation uko na narcissistic traits, like you're thinking about yourself in that situation. But now narcissistic personality disorder is when these traits happen frequently, mpaka inakuwa that is who you are. That is narcissism. Narcissism can be categorized in many groupings, and it's called many names, but I'll speak about two types of narcissism. That is the grandiose narcissism and the vulnerable narcissist. The grandiose narcissist, these are the aggressive, they are very dominant, they have inflated sense of self, and they have very high self-esteem, and they are not sensitive at all. They believe they know who they are and what they want, and anybody who does not see them the way they want, then they are not sensitive, they may not project that. But when we go to the second type of narcissist, these ones are the vulnerable narcissist. These ones huwa wanacheza between superiority and inferiority complex, and these ones gets very offended when you don't treat them as if they are special. And as I said earlier, narcissism can be a trait, but when it is persistent, ama hizi traits za self-centeredness imekuwa now who you are, ndio now you can be categorized. And these things cannot be categorized by kuangalia mtu na macho ama kuona one attribute of a person and you conclude they are narcissist. There is something in psychology we call personality test. You can only know someone is a narcissist kabisa with clarity when a personality test have been done to these people, because as I said, even a normal functioning person, you may find yourself having narcissistic traits in some situations.